Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we have our San Diego Comic-Con breakdown. And man, was that crazy. We all already know what happened. And this is going to be more of a breakdown for both Marvel and DC. We'll start with DC since it was smaller stuff. But, man. So, starting with DC, they had a Creatures Commandos trailer, which I thought was average. I'll watch it since it's going to start the new DC universe, but I'm not sure how important it will actually be, but we got to give it a watch. And I'm pretty excited for it. Seems interesting. And then that was pretty much all for the DCCU, but for the Batman universe, we got a Penguin trailer, and then we got some details on the Batman Part 2. The Batman Part 2 will start filming in early 2025, and Colin Farrell's The Penguin will return in Part 2. I think we could have all expected that, but it's good to know that for sure. Okay, but that's all with DC. And then we have the big stuff with Marvel. And honestly, my predictions were way off. Some things were accurate. Probably like 15% of it was right, maybe, but that's whatever. It's okay. So they started things off with Captain America Brave New World, and they gave us some details about that. The first thing they said was Captain America's not going to have the super soldier serum, which I mean, we technically already knew that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be throughout the whole movie, but if he does get it in the movie, it'll probably be like towards the end, maybe to beat Red Hulk, but I'm not sure. I think he's not going to get it. And then a big thing is Giancarlo Esposito is playing the King of the Serpent Society, so that's pretty cool. And then there was footage shown for Captain America 4. It's the same stuff we already know. The Avengers are rebuilding. Adamantium was confirmed. There was footage of Thunderbolt Ross hulking out in front of, at like a press conference maybe, in front of like a group of people. And that was really it for Captain America 4. Next was Thunderbolts. There was a trailer for Thunderbolts, and it started with Yelena meeting Red Guardian, going to his apartment, I believe. There was a scene of Val inside what seems to be Avengers Tower, so it seems like she might have bought that. And then they teased Sentry kind of. They didn't like tell us anything about it, but they were like definitely teasing us with it. And he was out on stage, but they didn't really say who he was playing. But we all know. But this was the biggest thing for me and the coolest thing was the Fantastic Four footage, basically confirming it's a different universe and it's set in the 60s. And the footage actually showed a first shot of Galactus. The movie hasn't filmed yet, but they still were able to give us like a small trailer because of, I guess it was like test footage and concept stuff. So it wasn't like good quality, obviously, but it was still something. They also told us that the Fantastic Four, and I believe the Thunderbolts 2, will be in both the next two Avengers movies. And then we have to obviously talk about these Avengers movies. Before we do, those first three, the panel was an hour. Those took up about the first, I want to say about 55 minutes, because I was watching it live and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be really disappointing. They just really didn't do anything big. And then they came with the big stuff in like the last 5, maybe 10 minutes. And yeah, basically they confirmed that the Russo brothers are back, directing both Avengers movies. The titles for both of them, obviously Avengers 5, Avengers Doomsday, and Avengers 6, Avengers Secret Wars. I think they pushed them both back a year. And the MCU started in 2008, so technically Secret Wars could be 20 years after. And that gives us way more time. So I expect them both to get delayed by a year, which is okay in my opinion. And not only are the Russo brothers back, but their writers are back. And obviously Robert Downey Jr. is back. And I'm really not sure how to feel about that. But It is what it is. I would have loved them to keep Kang, and I do think they're gonna do something with Kang. I hear a lot of people saying that they're gonna make him like the Molecule Man type of character, and he has a big role to play in Secret Wars. So I think they could do something like that and make Kang the Molecule Man in the MCU. And I think that's honestly kind of likely, but I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But with the MCU, I was expecting them to do a couple more things here. It's just because Deadpool 3 was really good. So I thought they'd want to, and it's the last big thing for the year. So I was expecting them to like give us a lot of stuff here and end us off for the rest of the year, but just have us wait until February and be super, super, super excited. Which I mean, I'm excited, but I don't think most people are. Deadpool 3 was good. It doesn't really do anything for the MCU though, and none of these announcements really mean much to most people. Like the diehard fans are either loving it or hating it. I don't think there's any in between, and I think this really gonna only work really well, or it's gonna be a really bad decision ultimately. So I don't really love this decision to bring Robert Downey Jr. back, but I will say, as time goes on, when it first was announced, my feelings were super excited that we got news on the Avengers movies. Mainly excited that San Diego Comic Con wasn't going to be a giant letdown for me. Then I was like, hold on. I'm kind of worried about this. So right now I'm like kind of mixed on it. It could work really well, it could get messed up, but honestly, I was always on the side to say like don't reboot the MCU. I think this means that we kind of have to reboot the MCU because it's just not working, and this isn't the solution. This isn't the long-term solution. This is a solution, but it's not a great solution long term. And I understand really all they need is just like a bridge. Like the Infinity Saga was great, and I'm sure the next saga will be great. They just need this to bridge it together. And this saga could still be great. I'm not saying that like all hope is lost. I'm saying I don't think this is the best move for them, but I'm definitely super excited to see if it does work. I just think the chances of it working are less likely than if they did Kang. But I'm not hating on them or anything. I'm gonna still see the movie. But yeah, I just think it's a weird decision, and I think it's okay because what comes after this, we have the X-Men and we have the Fantastic Four. So we should be good for really the rest of the MCU's lifetime. But obviously, I'm just like, we're just getting on and on and on. And I mean, I'll save more of my thoughts for this on this for another video, but that's really all I feel right now. And I think as time goes on, I'll get like more comfortable and more okay with it. But right now, I'm not too happy about it, but you know, I have to give them a chance. You know what I mean? I can't. They had the track record, so that's the good thing. If anybody could do this, it's the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige. So we have to kind of trust them, and that's not a negative thing. But yeah, for some upcoming videos, since like it's a really weird spot now, we'll probably talk about D23. A lot of people seem to think that's where some bigger announcements are coming. I'm more like, I'm still sticking with my prediction. I think it's just going to be smaller stuff. But yeah, we have some videos coming. We have a Fantastic Four pitch, how I think they should do it into the MCU. That'll be out. I'm not sure when. I have to finish it up. Same with King Dynasty and Avengers Doomsday. I had a pitch for King Dynasty, but since that's not really happening, we'll still release that. We'll just change it up afterwards and make it fit the Doomsday movie. And then Secret Wars, we'll probably get that out. I haven't even started that, but we'll get there eventually because we have time. And then same thing goes with the X-Men. So yeah, those are just some of the things that we have planned. Make sure to check my Twitter for my Deadpool 3 reaction. Make sure to follow me if you're not already. But yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.